live, go live. Hello, good evening. Thanks so much for being here on the final scheduled Wednesday live stream. As I say, there won't be another Wednesday live stream this season. It depends if something interesting happens. If we're going to do like a live Stow Watch or something on a Wednesday, then we might do that. But this is like the final scheduled Wednesday live stream of the season. So after this, we'll be having a bit of a break on a Wednesday for a few months, and then we'll bring the Wednesday live stream back, of course, when we get into the summer. It's a mainstay of the summer season. GavsWeatherVids that we do a Wednesday live stream. But for now, for the next couple of months, this will be the final sort of Wednesday live stream. Friday will be the final scheduled Friday night live stream of the season as well. Just cutting back on the content, and as interest drops, as it always does when we move out of winter and into the spring, then we cut down on the content, and we take things at a more leisurely pace, or I do. So eventually, when we get out of this week, sort of next week, first week of March, then the live streams will just be on a Sunday. We'll just be live streaming once a week on a Sunday. Again, unless something interesting happens or exciting or unusual, like I'm going to do a live Stow Watch or something, which is like unplanned, I guess. Right, so that's the plan. Final Wednesday live stream today, final Friday night live stream on Friday. And then we're just down to Sunday lives. Right, we're at 23 concurrent viewers with 10 likes on stream. You've got to smash that like button, everybody, and let YouTube know that you're enjoying the live stream. It'd be absolutely awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing that. So the plan is that we're going to do a 10 to 14 dayer to do everything that we're doing a regular 10 to 14 day. The only difference is that we're doing it live for you tonight rather than as a video upload. Of course, people can watch it back afterwards as a video. And just say, by the way, the 10 to 14 day on a Wednesday will be like a video upload from next week onwards. Right, well, I'm going to start going. Well, at this point, I normally say hello and thank you to the moderators, but I don't think we've actually got any moderators in with us at the moment. But I'm sure one of the moderators will be along shortly to say hello. So when one of the moderators checks in, then please give them a wave or a thumbs up or something, and thank them so much for moderating on the live stream. At the moment, I'm going to moderate I'm going to be the moderator, I guess, haven't I? Right, so 26 concurrent viewers, level live stream again. Give us a like, thanks so much everyone for doing that. I'm going to quickly go through the live chat, and then I'll be down at the bottom of the live chat. Very, very quiet tonight. That's the reason, but we're easing off on live streams. Very, very quiet tonight. Interest has dropped, as it always does when we get out of winter and into the spring. Spring's always the quietest. I like spring. Spring's a season where pretty much anything can happen. You can get anything. Like April, particularly, is a month where you get like a blizzard, or you can get like nearly 30 degrees or something, really hot temperature. So anything can happen in the spring. It's like one of those transitional seasons, but it's always like a drop in interest in the spring, I guess, because most people associate colder weather, and that's what a lot of people are looking for with winter. But you can get appreciable levels of cold weather in March, April. It'd be interesting if we had another March like 2013, wouldn't it? See what the interest was like. I was doing weather videos in 2013 on the old channel, on my original channel, it's a job to judge how much interest there was, because it was like the very first winter for myself on YouTube and whatnot. And so hardly anybody's watching. So I was doing those videos, and some of them were really epic. I'm sure a lot of you remember the big freeze that we had in March 2013. And, heavy snow events, blizzards, and not just snow, but will fall and melt within a couple of hours or something, like you normally get in the spring, but like lasting snow, big big snowdrifts and whatnot. But lasted for days and days and days, and so it's very difficult to ascertain how much interest there would have been. Like if I'd got a channel at that point, like I've got now, with nearly 20k subscribers, how much interest there would have been? I assume there would have been a lot of interest. I assume there was a lot of interest, you know. But because I just started out on YouTube, it's very difficult to ascertain. But it'd be interesting to see, wouldn't it, whether a lot of the people who have checked out gone until next winter, whether, you know, if we got frozen up, whether a lot of those people would come back. It's just interesting to see, wouldn't it? Oh, hello to James. Welcome to James 298, moderator James from Spanner. Hello to you. Hello, my friend. Thank you so much for being on the live stream. Right, I'm very quickly go through live chat, and then I'll be at the bottom of the live chat. Very quiet tonight, so I can reside at the bottom of the live chat very quickly. So first person in for tonight was Adrian. Adrian Major, my good friend Adrian, Rome in the Cotswolds. Evening, Gavin, everyone. I hope you're feeling better and eyes are less of an issue, Gav. Looking forward to the live stream. Thank you so much, my friend. They're still not great, but, you know, it is what it is. They're a lot better than they was, like, over the weekend, and particularly Monday. I was really, really bad with them on Monday. All started, like, well, all started Saturday, really. Saturday morning, I started feeling a little bit sore, and things just got worse and worse and worse. But I have kind of managed to settle down this flare-up, but they're not great. And, well, it is what it is, you know, but people don't want to hear about my my tales of woe. Hello to Katrine. Thanks so much, Adrian, for being on live stream. Thanks so much, my friend. Hello to Katrine. Got Katrine Basso. It was welcome to you, Katrine. Thanks so much for being here. And Chris A is on the live stream as well. Hello to Chris Ailing. Thanks so much for being here. Send it! We've got send it! We've got send it! Send it! Send it is here. How do you send it? Thanks so much for being on our live stream, my friend. Thank you so much. I love that. So much, Send it, for being here. Send it has arrived. Send it's arrived, everyone. The era of Send it is upon us. Hello to you, Send it. So much for being here. Lee is on the live stream. Good to Lee Stevens. So much for being here. And Laura is on live stream as well. Hello to Laura Johnson. Thanks so much, Laura, for being on live stream. I've got Dandy as well. Welcome to you, Dandy. So much for being here. And Chris A has arrived too. Hello to Chris Ailing. Thanks so much, my friend, for being here. Hi, Guy. Got Guy Morning on live stream tonight. Hello to you, Guy. Thanks so much for being here. Sam Parker, good to you, my friend. Hi, Gav. Happy Wednesday, my friend. It's been absolutely hammering down here in the southeast. I thought it'd be quite wet today in the southeast. Yeah, that rain kind of lingered on, didn't it? Pushed through here quite smartly, but it always looked like it's going to linger across these saying the southeast thing. I hope it's cleared now. Right, here, I heard to TBOS, good to the best of Sweden. Thanks so much, my friend. Being on live stream. I've got Isaac in as well. Hang on. Hello to Isaac Shaw. At GavsWeatherVids, question. If tornadoes are rapid rising rotating air, does a tornado technically start from the ground up? I know they're defined as cloud reaching the ground. I think so. I think that's right. That would be my understanding of it, Isaac. But I can't say I'm 100% sure because I'm not an expert in tornadic activity. God, it's coming up to tornado season, isn't it? In America. But I think you've got it right there, Isaac. Hello to James Johnston. Good evening, my friend. Thank you so much, Isaac, being on live stream. Hello to James Johnston. Evening, everyone. It's been a pretty forgettable winter, hasn't it? Even though I look cold, I look forward to the spring now. I think it's been quite an interesting winter from this. We talked about this last week, didn't we? I think it's been an interesting winter from a synoptic point of view, but the synoptics haven't necessarily, you know, translated to actual weather conditions themselves. So synoptically, this has been like a really interesting winter with a lot of blocking, you know, outbreaks and episodes coming and going on that. But yeah, from like a weather perspective, just lots and lots of dull, overcast, miserable, nasty, damp, horrible days, really. So I'll be quite glad to see the back of this winter, I have to say. But then again, if we're going to get an SSW, I wouldn't rule out the chance that we get some winter coming back. So, we've got to wait and see how it all plays out. But we could be in for quite a delayed spring. Well, I wouldn't say delayed, because actually it could be quite mild in the next week or two. So it could be like proper spring. But this spring might not be easy. Let's say that, it might not be an easy spring and a straightforward, transition through the season. Hello to Mohammed. Good evening to you, Mohammed. Thanks so much for being on a live stream. Absolutely awesome. Thanks so much for being here. Right, who else is in first? We've got Peter on the live stream. SSW down the pan. Anyway, hope you're better. Woohoo! Is it down the pan? I don't know, Peter. On StratsWatch, it looked like the JFS being really bullish about it, and it all starts within about a week over Russia, Siberia. ECM is wobbling a little bit. Hold on. Sorry, everyone. On a reversal of Zonal wind, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's down the pan. It might just be delaying things a little bit. Those weekly anomalies, I'm unsure about how reliable they are at the best of times. In fact, I am thinking about doing away with the ECMWF extended broadcast, the European Outlook on Tuesday, and the either UK focus video that we do on a Saturday or occasionally once a month on a Friday. I'm thinking of doing away with those videos. I don't think the model is particularly reliable on that. So, no, yeah, I might stop doing those. I don't think it is a particularly reliable model, and so I wouldn't necessarily take its prediction for the strategy and not send the Zonal win into reverse in the first half of March necessarily all that seriously. Let's wait and see where we go. Good evening to Dean. Thank you so much to Dean for being on live stream tonight. Good evening, Gavin. Everyone, hello to you, my friend. Thanks so much for being here. We've just hit 40 Tinkopias with 20 likes for streaming. Please smash that like button. Everybody on that YouTube day. Join the live stream. This is the final Wednesday live stream of the season. We'll be back live streaming on a Wednesday, hopefully, in the summer. But for now, this will be the last one. Unless something exciting happens, I've got to do like a planned snow watch or something. Hello to Anne Smith. Good evening to you, Anne. Thanks so much for being on live stream tonight. We've also got Fears. XD Demon. Hello to Fears. My good friend Biz Demon. Good evening to you, Fears. Thanks for being on live stream. Fisk is in with us as well. Hello. Good evening. Thank you so much to Fisk for being on our live stream tonight. It's absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. Oh, Shiram! Good evening to you, my friend. How are you? Hope you're good. I'm alright. Yeah, I'm quite a bit better than I was. Thanks, Shiram, with my eyes. But they're still not great. But there we go. It is what it is. So to Matthew Orchard. Thanks so much, Matthew, for being on our live stream tonight. And we've got John Bevan here with us as well. Hi, Gav, recovering from a hip replacement. Oh, that sounds painful. Slowly getting mobile. Hoping weather will improve as I'm able to. I've got itchy nose as I'm able to get out. I hope that replacement went okay. I hope the op went all right and everything goes fine with your recovery. I'm sure it will. It sounds like it's quite painful. That I would assume hip replacement going to be quite a painful procedure, so probably a long recuperation and physiotherapy on that, but hopefully, well, we're not going to be doing much in the way of live streaming other than on a Sunday after this week, but hopefully we can keep you entertained with our 10 to 14 days and other regular videos and content and whatnot. James saying, James 098 saying, had some snow earlier, but skies are clear and temperatures tumbling away. Blimey. Gonna be a cold one up there then, James. It was quite cold here last night, but it clouded over and we had outbreaks of rain. Isaac is saying that this winter is a prime example that blocking doesn't always mean the cold. It's true, my friend. Been an interesting winter, hasn't it? Synoptically, it's been interesting, but the conditions on the surface haven't necessarily been all that interesting. Fist is saying, no SSW needed anymore. Too late now. We shall see. We shall see, Fist. We shall see. Kiram, I mean, the weather doesn't care. So we've set up these arbitrary time frames, what we call spring, which is like 1st of December to the 28th of March. But actually, or like the 1st of March. So winter, 1st of December, 28th of February, spring, 1st of March, to 31st of May, summer 1st of June to 31st of August, and autumn 1st of September to the 30th of November. Of course, astronomically, it's somewhat different, but we set up these arbitrary time frames, and we think that the weather is going to stick to those time frames. You know, you think the climate, weather, going to do climate, weather, you're going to do what we tell you to. So on the 1st of March, we're going to be spring, going to be no more cold weather, going to be no more snow, going to be no more frost, and you know, it's just going to be nice sunny days every day into the summer. Well, the weather doesn't listen to anything that we've got to say. So if the weather wants to go cold, if the weather wants to have a stratospheric warming event, and then produce blocking, and then produce cold, and then produce either cold rain, probably mostly cold rain, but possibly some snow in places, then the weather will do it. You know, the weather will do it, and the weather does not give a damn. In the words of Rector Butler, the weather doesn't give a damn what we think about it, and so, you know, we've just got to see how it all works out. But anybody who's saying that, you know, we don't want, well, you can say we don't want cold weather, but everybody's saying that we can't have cold weather and whatnot is wrong about that. So we're just going to have to wait and see how it works out. I mean, if we get an SSW, we don't necessarily get a tropospheric response to that, though. So not every SSW has a tropospheric response, but some of them do. Obviously, that's why we look at it. And so I reckon we just need to wait and see how this plays out. You know, and I wouldn't necessarily rule out the chance of some appreciably cold and wintry weather over the course of this spring, particularly later into March and into April as well. I wouldn't rule it out. Right, okay. Isaac is saying at this, not necessarily remembering beastly Easterlies returning for the weekend mid-March in 2018. So expecting widespread snow is totally out of question. Highly likely, but it can happen. I mean, I can remember a blizzard at the end of April back in 1981. I just remember that. Albeit that is extremely rare. So there was only like 2 blizzards that occurred in the final week of April in the 20th century. One was in 1908, one was in 1981. Obviously, I wasn't alive for the 1908 one, but I do remember the blizzard at the end of April in 1981. What tends to happen, you know, if you get snow in the spring, is that it'll just melt, though, very, very quickly. So I mean, it's more likely to snow at Easter than it is at Christmas. That is a statistic that is true, and that is fact, that we have had more white Easters in the last, I don't know, 100 years than we've had white Christmas, albeit we probably won't get a white Easter this year because Easter's very, very late this year. I think it's the 3rd, but is it the 2nd or the 3rd weekend of April? I think it's the 3rd weekend of April. So it's a very late Easter this year. So you probably won't have a white Easter this year, but, you know, it is statistically a true fact that it is more likely to snow at Easter than it is at Christmas. The only difference, of course, is that Easter, and in the spring, any snow that does fall is likely to melt very, very, very quickly. So, you know, just don't rule anything in, don't rule anything out. The weather doesn't care, but we've set these arbitrary time frames and seasons. You know, the weather will do whatever it wants to do. Matthew saying, have a great live stream after Dutch. Have a great night, Matthew. Thanks so much, my friend, for being on the live stream tonight. You enjoy yourself at the darts. Don't have too much magic water, Matthew. Stick to water and orange juice, my friend. Right, we're hovering close to 40 Concopias. We've got 21 likes to stream. Again, please give us a like, everybody. Smash that like button, let YouTube know. Enjoy the stream. Thanks so much, everyone, for doing that. I'm down at the bottom of the live chat. Hello to all of you at the bottom of the live chat. Good evening. Thanks so much, everyone, for being here. So we're going to start doing our 10-14 day in a few minutes. So I'm going to string it out a little bit longer before we can get that done. Dean, Good Friday is the 19th of April. That's really late, isn't it? That's really, really late. That is the day before my late dad's birthday. His birthday was on the 20th, or is on the 20th. His heavenly birthday will be on the 20th of April. I can't remember many years where Easter was coinciding with his birthday. Actually, one or two, perhaps a couple, but you know, that's really, really late for Easter. So almost certainly won't be a white Easter this year, with it being as late as that. Easter Sunday is going to be the 21st of April, then, isn't it? So it almost certainly won't be a famous last words, of course. Almost certainly won't be a white Easter this year, but it is more likely to snow at Easter. Statistically, that's March or early April generally. It's more likely to snow at Easter than it is at Christmas. Hello to David Aitchison. Good to you, my friend. Thank you so much. Been a nice like 57. I remember going to Italy in 2023 on the last day of March, and it was minus 13 in Sweden. Well, landed in Italy, it was plus 18. You went from, like, the depths of winter to summer then, didn't you? I bet you felt it when that plane door opens up and... Bit like a wall of heat. Katrine, how about shout out Katrine Baser? How did you, Katrine? Thanks so much for being on a live stream tonight. Isaac is saying my birthday is on the 26th of April. There was 1 year it snowed on my birthday. Didn't settle though. The ground was too warm. That was about when we had the 1981 blizzard, but that would be before your time. Isaac. You wouldn't have been around then, but Gav was. I remember that blizzard at the end of April 1981. What a weather event that was. Goodness gracious me. James is saying a few years back, may have been May around 7th, so around May the 7th, 15 centimetres of snow. Parts of Aviemore. It can still carry on snowing even into the summer and into June, can't it, at Aviemore? Right, okay, alright. I'm so sorry everyone would be able to Gav live stream without several casts, would it? Right, so we're hovering about 40 videos. I don't think we're going to put on a great deal more, so I reckon we'll start screen capturing now, and so we're going to do everything that we're doing a regular 10 to 14 day. The only difference is that we're doing it live for you tonight rather than as a video, but of course people will be able to watch it back as a video upload after the live stream. So here we go, then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're display catching on our last Wednesday live stream. Been a fun season of Wednesday live streams, hasn't it? I think we started these back in the summer of 2024, so it would have been around June, July 2024, and we've carried on with them right the way through to the end of February. So I think we're ready for a little bit of a break on the Wednesday live streams. But thank you so much for an epic season of Wednesday Lives. As I say, this week will be the final Friday night live stream as well. And yeah, so it's been an interesting few weeks and months, hasn't it? Right, okay, well, let's do this then. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's have a look at our latest temperature observations from XC Weather. So currently we are at around 9 degrees there at Lake and Heath in East Anglia. 7 degrees at Pershore, at 5 degrees at Western, 6 degrees at Boscombe Down. Cranwell is at 6 degrees, Leeming is at 6 degrees, Estelmuir is at 4 degrees, 3 degrees at Aviemore, and just 1 degree at Outnahara. Belfast is at 5 degrees. Coming down to Wales, we've got Sennybridge at 5 degrees, we've got Lake Burnley at 4 degrees, and we've got Northwick at 6 degrees. Cardinum is at 6 degrees as well. So we're in single digits across the whole country. It is a rather chilly day, although both temperatures are probably about average, really, for late February. Well, the latest wind from map from Earth, nullschool.net, shows that we pushed a trough of low across the country today. It's currently sitting off the east coast in the North Sea with a showering west to northwesterly wind following along behind. There's we're going to keep that westerly flow going through the remainder of February. Obviously, we've only got a couple more days of month left, and then into first half of March. So it's going to be a zonal first half of March, as we say in the title of the live stream here. Central temperature is currently sitting at 5.3. That's 1.5 degrees above 61 to 99 average. Provisional to yesterday, 25th of February. I'm not sure that's going to move a great deal more. That probably hover around somewhere around there. So I think come out with a low 5s finish. Another, though, milder than average. February certainly set against 61 to 1919. These are the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. Looking at Birmingham today, the red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for Birmingham, starting off a little bit below average at the moment. Upper air temperatures will be lifting up as we go through the first week of March, and then hovering quite close to long-term averages through the second week of March. So the mildest spell is coming up through the sort of last stage of the first week of March, and then we ease off the gas and we turn back close to average. Precipitation wise, we've got a lot of dry weather to come over the next week to 10 days or so. Things do look a little bit more unsettled as we go through second week of March, but of course that's extended range a long way off and is therefore in the unreliable time frame of the GFS and its ensembles. Temperature anomalies, next 5 days are coming out about average, a little bit below actually for the south, a little bit above in the north, not a particularly big deviation either way. In the 6 to 10 day time frame, we see that we go a little bit milder than average, particularly for more northern and eastern regions, interestingly. And the 10 to 14 day time frame temperature anomaly, 10 to 12th of March, comes out very close to average, if not slightly above. Precipitation anomalies for the next 7 days are coming out drier than normal. If we look at the 10-16 day precipitation anomaly, then we are much closer to average, implying that we have a relatively dry first week to March to come probably, and then things will start turning a bit more unsettled perhaps. Right, let's start going through the chart data there. Miss our latest UK Met Euro run, looking for midday on Saturday. That's going to be, isn't it? Okay, so high pressure reaching in from the Azores, bringing a lot of dry weather in with it. Low pressure towards Greenland and Iceland, and then run through, and we find high pressure begins to sink to south with low pressure deepening in the Atlantic. So turning rather unsettled, but keeping it rather more unsettled, I should say, into the middle part of next week. But keeping it mild with winds remaining from a west-southwesterly direction. Zonal. That's about as zonal as it gets, really. With a big extension from the Azores High. That's Azores High. Just there, of course, big extension into Europe with plenty of low pressure in the North Atlantic and strengthening the zonal westerly flow as well. So generally mild with the wettest weather in the north and west, driest down in the south and the east. With the UK there, Icon again has had to build a pressure from the Azores into Western Europe through the course of the weekend. And then on into next week, well, low pressure begins to gather to the north, or tries to. So low pressure deepens around Iceland, but that ridge continues really dominating the weather. So that looks very pleasant, doesn't it? That gets us up to the middle of next week, or next midnight next Thursday, where we've got a nice ridge over the continent. Low pressure being held at bay by deepening a bit around Greenland, Iceland. And we're drawing up the wind from south. I reckon that could get the temperature 13 or 14 degrees there. Depends on sunshine, of course, but assuming there is quite a bit of sunshine, I reckon that could be quite nice. I am display capturing, aren't I? Yes, I am. Always have that moment of doubt. OSB, going into Celestial. Hello to lovely Celestial SB fake show. It's been on live stream. 44 concurrent viewers. Can we push it to 50 concurrent? We might be able to. 23 likes on stream. Thank you so much, everyone, for checking into the live stream tonight. Yes, I am display capturing. That's all right. Right, yes, so that was quite nice. I reckon by the middle of next week, that might get the temperature into certainly the low teens, maybe mid-teens Celsius, given a little bit of sunshine. So looking good there. Right, let's have a look at the KMA. Again, that one with a nice ridge from the Azores High, low pressure up towards Greenland and Iceland. Through the course of the opening days of March, start to turn a bit more unsettled to the north. There's low pressure around day 10, heading in from off the Atlantic, so turning cooler and more unsettled with the KMA through to the second week of March. Even a bit of a hint of the north or a northeasterly wind there, with low pressure dropping through the west of Europe. Right, now, let's see how the GFS is looking. By the way, everybody, did you see episode 13 of Stratwatch? Haven't checked that out. Make sure you have a look, see what you think. We had a review of the winter of 1951-1952. And into the spring of 1952. Reason being, just go here to the live chat for a moment. Reason we looked at that, oh, SB brought some Haribo. Did you, SB? Nice. I don't mind a Haribo. Occasionally. No, so the reason we did a review, no, sorry, YouTube, we're not insane as there. The reason we did a review of 51-52 is that 1952, well, winter 51-52, but it's February 1952, contains like the first observable or observed sudden stratospheric warming event by the ProMet, by the UK Met Office, and whatnot. So that's always, that's always an interesting winter for like weather experts, weather anoraks, given that it was a first observable SSW. And the tropospheric response to that was actually quite pronounced, quite extreme. Happened at the end of March 1952, when there was a famous snowstorm and blizzard and freeze up across the northern and western parts of Europe. So, very long time ago, of course, but it's just going to show you what is possible with late season SSW. But the main reason for looking at that is that that is like the very first observed sudden stratospheric warming event. So if you haven't seen episode 13 of Stratwatch, have a look at that. And it's interesting to see how that SSW, which actually flows over Scandinavia, which is very unusual, but it's interesting to see how that worked out and played out. Very, very interesting. Chris Ailing, they're going to be back later in the year with the live streams. Yeah, well, we're going to keep a Sunday one going, actually, although I might stop Sunday one for a couple of weeks, a month or something, at some point through the spring. But basically, like, the Sunday live stream is the mainstay live stream. That's been the one that we've done right the way from the very beginning when I started live stream, which was in the winter, of 2019-2020. Actually, but I tried to forget those. So let's take it from the lockdown of 2020. The Sunday live streams were like the original mainstay, live streams that we did. And then, like, the other live streams were built around that. So the Wednesday and the Friday live streams were built around that. So we're going to stop the Wednesday live stream after today. We're going to stop the Friday live stream after Friday. But we are going to keep the Sunday live stream going, except maybe I'll have a bit of a break at some point through the spring, but they will come back very, very quickly. No, that's the plan, Chris. Yeah, the live streams are going to keep going, hopefully. Right, okay, so let's have a look at GFS 12 then. Again, we've got high pressure ridge again from the Atlantic, bringing a lot of dry weather into the weekend, first weekend of March, of course. Then low pressure deepens around Iceland. High pressure gets squeezed southwards a little bit. That looks quite warm, I have to say, for the south through the middle of next week. Again, I reckon that could get temperature up to the mid-teens south. When low pressure starts heading in from off the Atlantic, bring more unsettled conditions, which is where the thumbnail comes from today, by the way. Looking very westerly and zonal there for the second week of March. More unsettled as well. Rather wet and windy, and that's how we look as we get to the end of GFS 12 with low pressure deepening around Iceland and Greenland. Now, while we are on the 12 there for GFS, let's see what it was doing with this stratospheric warming event. So sorry, everyone. So, again, this is how we're currently looking with the temperature at 10 HPA over the Arctic and the North Pole. Blue colours is the stratospheric polar vortex there, entrenched over the polar region. Now, this warming of the stratosphere is actually going to begin within about a week. So it is the initial warming, not necessarily the warming over the Arctic, but like the initial one that triggers it all off. It's actually happening in about a week's time now on the GFS. That's the 5th of March. See those orange and red colours appearing over Russia and Siberia. That's the beginnings of the warming event, which has now more or less got into a semi-reliable time frame. So I think we will get, at the very least, I think we will get a significant warming of the stratosphere over Russia and Siberia. The question is, what is that going to do beyond that? So that's how long we get to 6th of March. Very significant sudden stratospheric warming is taking place over Russia and Siberia. Has not yet got into the pole. So that is not yet a sudden stratospheric warming event. Let's run through and see what that does. So further intensification of the sudden stratospheric warming there as we go through to about 7th of March, and starting to penetrate in towards the North Pole as well. Displacement event of the stratospheric polar vortex out into Canada, Greenland, North Atlantic, and northern parts of Europe as well. That looks very significant, I have to say. And then that warming moves into the North Pole itself. So I reckon this is the 8th of March. I see no reason why that wouldn't, at the very least, produce a very dramatic deceleration of zonal winds, if not a full-on reversal of zonal winds at 10 HPA. If that comes off as that appears, then that looks like it's prime, right over the top of the North Pole. And I see no reason why that wouldn't send the zonal wind into reverse at 10 HPA, 60 degrees north, and therefore be a technical sudden stratospheric warming event. Looks quite dramatic. Now, as we go on into the extended range, what else do we get? So, again, it looks like we're splitting the polar vortex here, stratospheric polar vortex as well. So, Jeff has been quite consistent with this. Operational run after operational run is going for a split type SSW event, with one lobe of blue sinking down into North America, another lobe of blue sinking down into Europe there, and in between we have these green, yellow and orange colours, which are indicative of the warming of stratosphere. So to me, it looks like that SSW is doing everything that you want an SSW to do. It's reaching the required temperature level over Russian Siberia. It's moving it into the North Pole. It looks like it's producing a split type event as well, and you would assume at this point, definitely anyway, that the zonal wind at 10 HPA 60 degrees north would be in reverse and will therefore be a technical sudden stratospheric major sudden stratospheric warming event. And the reason, so of course you can get technical SSW, sudden stratospheric warming, without a split. The reason that I look for a split is because that tends to have a greater or a stronger tropospheric response. So the split doesn't conclude whether you're going to have an SSW. Well, if you have an SSW, you can have an SSW without without a split, with either a split or a displacement type event. But the reason that I like to focus on a split is because they tend to have a stronger tropospheric response. So basically that looks like it will have a tropospheric response to me a couple of weeks down the line. Anne Smith at GavsWeatherVids, there seems to have been quite a disconnect between the strat and the troposphere this winter. Do you think even if you have an SSW, it might not propagate down? It's always the danger, especially with a displacement type event. So it's important to see whether we have a split or a displacement event. If we have a split, I think there's a greater chance that, despite the disconnect that we had previous winter between the top and the strat, that we will probably get a significant tropospheric response later on into the Easter. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how that works out. As we've got a bit of time to kill, why don't we have a look at the GEFS and see how they are shaping up? So this is the control run in terms of its weather pattern. So keeping the wind in from west. Just have a little bit of a cold snap there around the 9th, 10th of March, but otherwise it's westerly. But what we'll look at is what the GFS ensembles are doing terms of warming. So we're going to be starting off on 6th of March with all of these. This is GFS control run. Again, very significant warming of the stratosphere over Russia and Siberia there. Moves it into the polar region as well, splitting the polar vortex with an SSW with the GFS control run. On Solar Member number 1 is producing a significant warming of the stratosphere, and appears to be splitting the stratospheric polar vortex as well. On Solar Member number 2, looking like that, displacement event with on Solar Member number 2, but a significant stratospheric warming event. On Solar Member number 3 is going for a displacement event type SSW. On Solar Member number 4, appears to be going, well, is that splitting? Some marginal, probably that's a displacement event, but it's not that far away from a split. On Solar Member number 5, looks like that displacement event, but stratospheric polar vortex ends up really shrunken and weak and stuck over Scandinavia by the middle of March. On Solar Member number 6 is looking like this. Split with on Solar Member number 6. On Solar Member number 7, looks like that displacement event. On Solar Member number 8 is going for a displacement event as well. On Solar Member number 9, they're all going for the warming. So that's the first thing to get in place, of course, the actual SSW event. But some of them are displacing the polar vortex, some of them are splitting it in the stratospheric level. This is on Solar Member number 9. That looks like going for a split type event as well. On Solar Member number 10 is looking like that, displacement. On Solar Member number 11, goes for split. On Solar Member number 12 is looking like that. Ooh, how close does that get to how close does that get to splitting the stratospheric polar vortex there on the 12th of March? Blimey, but then it reforms there. That's about as close as it can get to splitting the vortex and not actually being able to do so. On Solar Member number 13, going for a split, I think. On Solar Member number 14, we have got 2 lows of blue, but I think basically that is a displacement event. You see how marginal some of these can be, though. On Solar Member number 15, looks like that. On Solar Member number 16, yeah, that's probably a displacement as well. On Solar Member number 17, that looks like it's going for a split, I think. On Solar Member number 18, looks like that. Again, that looks like it's a split type event overall, I think. On Solar Member number 19, looking like that. More of a displacement with that one. On Solar Member number 20, again, displacement event. On Solar Member number 21, displacement event, more or less. On Solar Member number 22, is a displacement. On Solar Member number 23, displacement event. On Solar Member number 24, displacement event. On Solar Member number 25, looking like that. On Solar Member number 26, so sorry everyone, we have live stream without several costs. On Solar Member number 26, looks like that. Displacement event with that one. On Solar Member number 27, displacement. On Solar Member number 28 is a displacement as well. On Solar Member number 29, just like that. And then finally on Solar Member number 30 is looking like that, displacement event. So it's most likely that, so just going over what we're saying, it's most likely that we're going to have a significant warming of the stratosphere, or I think it's very likely now. I would say like 70% chance we're going to get a significant warming of the stratosphere over Russia and Siberia by the end of the first week of March. So I think that's going to happen. It looks quite likely that we will move that into the Arctic and North Pole. And if we reach the required temperature level, there's a possibility we might send a zone of wind into reverse, 10 HPA, 60 degrees north, and therefore have a technical sudden stratospheric warming event. If we do, it's most likely that that will be a displacement type event rather than a split type event, although we can't rule out a split event given that the GFS operation runs a split in the polar vortex quite regularly. Though that's what we know so far. We'll be keeping you updated on that, of course, in 10 to 14 days over the next few days. James said, imagine that happening in December. Yeah, December, January would be epic, wouldn't it? James thinks a split will happen. We'll see, my friend. Brendan Gibson. How to you, Brendan? Nice to see you on the live stream. Thanks so much, my friend, being here. I'm inclined to agree, James, just not sure have any effect on us, though. If it's a displacement event, chance 50%. Will displacement do much for the weather? I mean, I know you're in Scandinavia, so possibly for you, yes, a displacement event could well produce some significantly cold and wintry conditions. For us in the UK and for our Irish friends, then displacement events sometimes have a tropospheric response, but tend not to last all that long. Split type events tend to have a stronger and longer lasting tropospheric response for us in Ireland, but I would suspect it's rather different for you in Scandinavia, Fisk, and I would suspect that that for you it's more likely that a displacement event as well could produce some appreciably cold conditions. Hello to Yoda 666. Hello to you, Yoda. I've got Andy Allett on the live stream as well. Lightning track is going mad in the hole. Blimey, sounds exciting, Andy. Right, okay, so that's brought you up to date with all things strat-wise. Now, let's carry on with chart data, going on to the GM, and if you enjoy the live stream, please do like, share, and subscribe. Make sure to everyone for Timeout. Drop a comment, let us know what you think about this and all of our videos, content, live streams, etc, etc. Don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids, get them to subscribe too, and thanks so much to everyone for doing that. About 35 subscribers to get us to 19.6k. If we'd had the beastly Easterly, I think we would have reached 20k this winter, but unfortunately the beast went down the tubes, but the views of the subs have dropped a lot. No, we're not going to get to 20k this winter. We're probably going to have to wait until the Glasto updates in June. Hopefully the Glasto updates in June will push us over that 20k time frame. We normally put on quite a few subscribers with the lovely Glasto goers in June, so fingers crossed we reach 20k in June, but for now the subs have backed off a lot. But 35 subscribers will get us to 19.6k anyway, so it's good to give us a sub, tell your friends and family to subscribe. That'd be absolutely awesome. The wait for 20k goes on, the grind the grind to 20k goes on. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbour, tell your doctor, tell your vicar, and tell your mother-in-law to subscribe. Thanks so much everyone for doing that. GM, again, putting high pressure up from the Azores into west of Europe on Saturday, bringing a lot of dry weather in with it. And then finally a high pressure easing southwards as we go through to the middle of next week and during up this southerly flow. So again, I reckon that could lift temperature into mid-teens Celsius there before lower pressure starts heading in from off the Atlantic, ending up by daytime looking a little bit unsettled. And then the ECM looking like this. Oh, we haven't finished getting the ECM transit out yet, of course. So the ECM at midnight run looks like this. Getting high pressure in from the Azores into the west of Europe, bringing a lot of dry weather in with it through the course of the weekend. Next week, turning a bit more unsettled to the north and the west, mostly dry, quite mild or warmish in south and east. Around day 8, 9, 10, that turn more unsettled in all areas with this trough of low pressure dropping in through the western portion of Europe. So next week, going to be mostly dry and warm through the early and middle part of it, or mild for the early middle part of it. Sorry, it could be a little bit more unsettled by the end of next week. Right, this precipitation, we'll come back to 12 days, don't worry. This precipitation forecast based on the ECM run and to meteo.com. Again, with a very showery burst this evening and then mostly dry through the next few days. A little bit of rain into the northwest at the end of the weekend into weekend, but most areas looking dry over the weekend and into next week. Well, mostly dry in the south, a bit more unsettled though up in the north, and then by day 10 start to turn rather more showering. These are the options on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10 from the Icelandic Met Office. Gets us to the 8th of March. 17 members of the ECM ensembles with low pressure over to the west of the country, a ridge out to the east. So that's not turn things more and drop Matt Trough in. We've got 14 doing something very similar there as well. We've got 13 going back Trough out to the west, a ridge out to the east, and we've got 7 with low pressure again coming in from off the Atlantic. That's a bit more unsettled with that one. And then in 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. And it gets us to the 13th of March. 20 members of the ECM ensembles with a Scandinavian high and winds coming in from the east. It would depend on the origins of the air, whether that's a cold easterly or not. We've got 17 with low pressure coming in off the Atlantic, looking rather wet, windy and quite mild with that. And then we've got 14 perhaps pancake with low pressure north, high pressure into the south, and winds are coming in from a westerly direction with that. So, we're also going to have that trough somewhere close to the country at day 10, bringing showery conditions, probably quite mild though. And then at day 14, a range of options. So where we are by the middle of March remains to be seen. CFSV2, these are 500 millibar high times, broken down to week periods. The first week period takes from 26th February to 4th of March next week with a ridge from the Atlantic into Western Europe, mostly dry with that, therefore. And then week 2 will be the 5th to the 11th of March with low pressure out to the northwest, high pressure across the continent, and winds coming up from a southwesterly direction. So it looks mostly dry and mild from the south, a little bit more unsettled up in the north. Week 3 is going to be the 12th to the 18th of March, low pressure in the North Atlantic, high pressure from the Azores in towards Spain and whatnot, winds coming up southwest, and then finally that's mild direction towards end. Finally, week 4 is the 19th to 25th of March with high pressure through west of Europe. That looks very spring-like and quite a dry and warmish March, if that's right, I think. CFSB2 overall for March looks like this. Low pressure is to the north, high pressure is to the south, and winds are coming in from a west or a southwesterly direction. Temperature anomalies are above average for March by about 1 to 2 degrees, and precipitation anomalies, well, lots weighted average to north and west there. Bit of long range, why not? CFSV2 for March in terms of a seasonal model looks like that. Low pressure up there, high pressure through there, winds coming in from a west or a southwesterly direction. April looks like that. Anticyclonic for April with high pressure generally centred to our west and northwest. So that would tend to imply winds coming in from the east. I would expect him to look at the temperature on, which we won't. If we did, I expect that would suggest a mild or a warm April. If that high pressure went any further north, though, that could turn things a bit colder for April, actually. May with a mid-Atlantic ridge through here, trough through there, and we might bring in a wind from the east or the northeast. That could be a cooler and more unsettled pattern for May. And then June is looking like that. No, high pressure towards Scandinavia in June. Come over here, you can see that a little bit better. High pressure in the middle of the Atlantic, and probably some weaker pressure through there, actually. So, not sure about June. Looks a little bit mixed. And then July, this could be quite nice. Nice extension from the Azores high up towards Scandinavian high. That could be pretty warm for July. And then August, as ever, but it's 6 months away, so not worth worrying about, but August, as ever, going down the tubes with a trough of low pressure appearing across the west of Europe. So the best of the summer looks like it's in July, maybe June, but particularly July, I think, and then down the tubes we go, as usual, for August. But it's a long way off, I wouldn't worry about that at all. Right, where am I going on the tab? Just back to weather, and we'll have a look at the ECM 12s there. We're not quite updated yet fully. Okay, we're going to fill a couple more minutes then. 60, we did hit 60 concurrent viewers, now down to 47 concurrent, 37 likes for streaming. Give us a like, thanks so much everyone for doing that. How to weather fans, Michael, thank you so much, Michael. for being on our live stream. Hello to you. Hope you're doing okay, my friend. Yeah, so everyone, this is the final Wednesday live stream for the time being. So I hope you've been enjoying this season of Wednesday live streams. If you have, then give me a waving or a thumbs up or some sort of emoji. Anyway, a fingers crossed emoji, a waving emoji, maybe a waving emoji to say goodbye. If you've been enjoying the Wednesday live streams, thank you so much, everyone, for an incredible season of Wednesday live streams. I think it started being probably about May, June time last year. Can't remember exactly, possibly July. But anyway, we've been running these for over 6 months now. So we are ready to have a little bit of a break on Wednesday live streams. If you've enjoyed Wednesday live streams, give me a waving emoji to wave goodbye. Chris Clifford. Evening at GavsWeatherVids, and everyone on live stream. I hope we get some cold weather at some point before spring and summer descends on us. We shall see. We might do, my friend. Time will tell. I wouldn't necessarily rule it out with that possible SSW event. Weather fans Michael going to be doing a Storm Season 2025 starts on Sunday live stream from 7:30. Interesting. Sounds interesting, my friend. March 76. Is Pub Run finishing also? Yes, Pub Run Live will finish this Friday. Final Pub Run live stream of the season will be this Friday. Right, okay. I think we can have the Eastern Trails set out now. Here we go then. So, starting off on Saturday, high pressure again from the Azores into the West Europe, bringing a lot of dry weather in with it. A nice, dry, mild weekend to come. Could be a little bit chilly by night, I suppose, but by day, going to be very pleasant. And then next week, that high pressure gradually slipping to the southeast, drawing up that southerly southwesterly flow. That should bring warmer temperatures in with it. That's all because we get to the end of the ECM trails there. Gets to the 8th of March with an area of low pressure right over top of the UK and Ireland. That brings showers and longer spells of rain. And possibly cooler temperatures as well. It looks like a bit of a trough is developing within the 500 millibar flow. So starting to turn possibly a bit colder and looking unsettled there. That would not be anything to do with any particular stratospheric warming, SSW type event. The tropospheric response, if that does occur, will be more, I would say more from the 3rd week of March onwards, and particularly from the 4th week of March and the 1st and 2nd weeks of April. That's the window. If we do get that SSW 2nd week of March, I will be looking for for a tropospheric response. So that's nothing to do with that at all. That's just turning unsettled and a little bit cooler there at day 10. Right, okay, well, it's been epic, hasn't it? Thank you so much, everyone, for a lovely live stream. So let's do a bit of a roll call. All these people have been enjoying Wednesday live streams since the summer. So Chris Ailing has been enjoying it and is waving goodbye. Hello, goodbye. Hello. Hello. Oh, hello, goodbye. Wave hello, say goodbye. That was Mark Holman, wasn't it? Say hello, say hello. Wave goodbye. Dandy is waving goodbye. Fist is waving goodbye. Laura Johnson is waving goodbye as well. Katrine and Blackweather are waving goodbye. And Dean is waving goodbye as well. Barry Potherwaite, Gav on the road to 20k subs. I reckon it's going to be in the summer now. We won't hit 20k for the next few months, Barry. The subs have eased right off. But we might be able to get to 20k with the Glasto updates in June. That's what I'm hoping. We normally put on a few hundred subscribers with the Glasto goers. No, we'll see. Hello to Sean Partridge, no relation. Thank you, Gav, for your hard work. It's much appreciated by us all. Thank you. No problem at all, my friend. It's my job, so thank you so much. So, very kind. James saying, thanks again, Gav. Have a good evening. Thanks so much to James, who I for moderating on the live stream tonight. Unbelievable. Thank you so much, James. And thanks so much to all of our moderators through what's been a pretty long winter. So, thank you so much to the mods. Yoda is saying hello and waving goodbye. Goodbye. Mark 76. When is summer prediction, Gav? So the summer prediction, well, the summer updates are going to start. We're going to have this weekend off from the long range, so no long range update this weekend. But the summer so that means the summer updates I think begin on the 9th of March, a week on Sunday, and then we'll do like a summer update every week as usual through the spring, and then we will release the summer forecast, presumably on the last weekend, the last Sunday of May. That would be the typical time frame. I don't know what date that is, but that would be the typical time frame. So end of May is when we will be giving our summer forecast. Weather Fans Michael is waving goodbye to the Wednesday live streams, and Laura is saying thanks for a great season of Wednesday Live Gav. Thank you so much. No problem at all. Barry Puffway, I played Kendall Calling 2019. Blimey, I've done a few updates for Kendall Calling over the years. That's exciting, Barry. Goodness gracious, you're a proper rocker then, aren't you? What's your band, my friend? Email me at GavsWeatherVids@gmail.com. Is there anything on YouTube, like a video or something where I can see you playing? I'd love to have a look at that, my friend. Sounds like you're a real rocker. Okay, we'll end it there then. So thank you so much everyone for an amazing live stream. Oh, I better just turn off the blog. I forgot to do that. Let's just turn off the display capture, the image back up, and the webcam come back up as well. Right, okay, we'll end it there then. Thanks so much for an amazing season of Wednesday live streams. We'll be back, hopefully, with Wednesday live streams in the summer, well, end of spring, early summer sometime around that time frame. We're going to be live, so tomorrow at 6 a.m. UK weather forecast, it'll be a 10 to 14 there. On Friday, we'll have the usual Friday stuff, and we will, of course, on Friday have the final pub run live. That might be a final pub run live for season. It might be a final ever pub run live. That's one of the things that I keep under review every year as I get older and older and older and wonder whether I'm getting too old to do Giddy Gab. But anyway, last of the season, the pub run lives anyway, coming up on Friday. Well, you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening, and we shall end it all there. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Stay safe and stay well. We'll see you soon. And for this one, though, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.